Well, good morning to you, Naledi, and the viewers at home. For the purposes of time, I just want to focus on the main question that the Constitutional Court has to answer, is did the Western Cape High Court err in its judgment when it essentially vindicated Advocate Mkhwebane, the then public protector, when it stated that her suspension was invalid because at the time of the suspension, the president who made the decision could have had a reasonable bias or was conflicted at the time due to this Phala Phala saga. So I'm going to start with Advocate Steven Budlender, SC, who argued on behalf of the Democratic Alliance. You may remember that within minutes of the Western Cape High Court judgment, the Democratic Alliance announced its intention to appeal that judgment because it felt that the court did err in making that decision. So their basic assumption is that you cannot look at those two dates, the dates of the 7th of June and the 9th of June in isolation. 7th of June being the date where the public protector, then public protector Mkhwebane, sent 31 questions to the president, and then of course 48 hours later, that was the 9th of June when she was suspended. Advocate Budlender stating that you can't look at those events in isolation, you need to look at the entire timeline and get an understanding of when that process of suspension started, and if you do, then you could not reach that conclusion of bias. Of course, then we've now heard arguments that that are still continuing by Advocate Jeff Budlender, SC, on behalf of the president, stating that this decision was not made in retaliation, and you could not come to a conclusion that that was the case because he had started that process in March before this Phala Phala saga even became public. We are running out of time. It is now 25 past 11. In about 5 minutes, this court will start to sit again. So I am going to toss it over to you, Naledi, for the purposes of time. Over to you, studio.
All right. Thank you so much for giving us that update, Canny Maphanga. They're speaking to us live from the Constitutional Court.